Joining us all the way from our Kano studio is Hajia Aisha Funsho. She is a registered behavioral technician and founder of KF Play Center for Special Need in Kano State. Many thanks for joining us, Hajia.
Yeah, for having me.
Thank you for joining us, Aisha Funsho. Now, in your work as a behavioral technician, what are the common challenges that parents face while raising autistic children, particularly in northern Nigeria where you are based?
Good morning once again. Yes, raising an autistic child, particularly here in the north, is really a big challenge, especially with the northerners, because some of them still believe that the child has been jinxed, as in it's been possessed by jinn. Some still believe that it's the fault of the mom. In fact, some women, their husband divorced them over the cases of having a child with disability. So they are left alone to take care of these children. And most often, taking care of children with special needs, it's not an easy task. It's not an easy task at all, because it involves therapies, series of hospitals, checkups, and diagnosis, tests, that if you don't even have the means, then there's no way you can even start to take care of the child. And then the awareness, of course, it's still we are still a bit backward here in the north, because most people still don't know that a child that has autism is neurodevelopmental condition that needs an early intervention. So they just believe that maybe the child has a mental problem. Some are locked up in their houses, and I tell parents that you are even causing more problem for the child that you're locking up. They say he's too wild, he's fighting, it doesn't relate to others in the house. He's always, making troubles. And I let them understand that if you have to get into his world to be able to help him, not by neglecting him or by, sidetracking or keeping him aside in the house. You have to come into his world. You have to be able to understand him, because all these problems, you need to be able to manage the child. Children with autism do not outgrow it, quite all right, but with good management, they also become important people in life. We have had people we have heard stories about that have done a lot and contributed a lot to, even as they are autistic. Because you find we have geniuses amongst them. They can be very, of course, they are the traces of autism. They exhibit lack of relationship with others. They don't easily gel with people. They find it difficult, with a relationship with people and communications especially. But the doctor in the studio had already said, there are cases that are mild, moderate, and severe cases. We have the ones that are verbal and the ones that are not verbal. And we have even the ones that are not verbal that we have been able to manage here at our own center, and they are now talking. So everything boils down to how you are able to manage them when they're still very young.
Can we again and engage Hajia Funsho? Now, how can parents, and the guardians, caregivers, ensure early intervention, given that access to professionals is often limited?
Well, as parents, and knowing that early intervention is very important, we try to make awareness and let the parents know that even though it is of limited, most people, they will complain of finances and availability of the therapies or even the schools. You know, there are limited schools that absorb all these children with autism, because they believe that it's not easy taking care of them. So it's not always easy. You find parents complaining most of the time, except very few people take it upon themselves, like us as caregivers in Kano here, to see that we are able to give these children the interventions they need. But we still employ organizations, individuals, and stakeholders to come in and help to reduce all the costs of taking care of these children with special need. We as caregivers don't only even deal with autistic children alone. We have all the forms of disabilities, CP, Down syndrome, name it, and I would tell you today that it's managing disability. It's one of the most difficult things in Nigeria today because of the high cost of living, on medications, on hospital bills, on therapies. So it's always alarming, you know, especially when you see parents come to you to cry to you. I don't understand what is happening to my child. I can't even place what to say it's wrong with him. Today is like this, tomorrow is like this, and I don't even know where to go to. So we can see what we can do is just to help you in the management, teach you certain things on which you can understand the child and help the child improve over time. Because definitely over time with management, there's always an improvement. There is definitely always an improvement. It may not be fast, it may not be quick, but over time you will definitely see that the child is improving. So we just keep encouraging that. And we are still hoping, we call out to the governors, to the stakeholders, the governor of Kano State, we've written severally, to come and help reduce what parents are going through, what parents have to sacrifice because they have a child with special need. These are conditions to which nobody plans for it, nobody wishes for it. It just happens. Okay, like in my own case, I had a normal child that I gave birth to, and she was doing very well, a very brilliant student for that matter. And unfortunately, we had a fire accident, you know, when she was 4 years old, that destroyed her brain. And since that time, I had to take care of her. She has been I won't say she's a liability but she needs all the care, all the supports as a caregiver to give her to live an independent life. And I have been doing that now for the past 13 years. But having to manage a child with disability, I know I have one, I have been doing one, so I know what it feels, I know what it entails. So I feel parents when they come to you and tell you that I'm tired. But what we keep doing, we keep encouraging. We just keep encouraging that we are hoping that one day, just one day, we are going to have a better Nigeria for people with special needs, just like we have in the others, in the United States and others, where special needs are, in fact, they are first and foremost in everything.
Let me stay with you, Hajia Funsho. Give me an idea of what it costs to take care of an autistic child from birth, for instance. What's the cost like?
Wow, it's a lot, sir. It's a lot, starting with, because you know they start to, most times like Doctor has explained earlier, they start to exhibit these characteristics from when they are 2 years old. That's when you start observing them. You see, and flapping, tiptoeing, banging of head down. So you have to start taking for diagnosis, which most people don't even. In fact, it takes some people 5-6 years before they know that their child has been diagnosed with autism. Most times people will just tell you that no, just leave him, he will outgrow it, it will be okay. It's maybe, or some people like the speech therapist, Mr. Charles said, they say maybe it's spiritual attack and all these things. So we will outgrow it, but you find out that the more you keep him, without any interventions, it gets worse. So, but having to take care of a child with special need, honestly, I will tell you that it's not easy, it's not cheap at all. It's having to have doctor's visits, you have the therapists, you have to have a shadow teacher. The doctor, I believe the doctor mentioned that earlier. It's have a shadow teacher, then have a special education, an individual education plan for him too. All this costs money, especially in Nigeria today. Let's not even go into the medications. Drugs are so expensive now that it has gone high.
Family becomes a burden.
Oh, yeah.
It becomes a burden on that family.
All right, let's get to Kano now. Aisha Funsho, you're still with us. So as we begin to round up the conversation, they already talked about parents, coming together to deal with this. But I want you to speak to parents outside, forming a community, to talk about all of this and share experiences. What exactly, would be your message, to parents of children with autism? Are there things that you have noticed, on the path of parents that you think may be limiting the development of these children?
Hello. Sorry, can you come again, please?
Aisha, if you can hear me, I'm asking you to speak with parents as we round up the conversation. Just in case there are, signs, or if there are habits you've noticed amongst parents that may be limiting the development of these children.
So I believe one thing I put emphasis on for parents with autism and special need in general is persistence. You have to be consistent, you have to be persistent, you have to keep hope alive and keep working towards making a better life for your child. Because you are the only person that will give that child it is only support group, a support system. It is only you that will give the child that encouragement to be able to have an improved and appreciable life. And in so doing, like we personally, we believe in celebrating every milestone. Every milestone that the child achieves, we celebrate it, we encourage them, we give them hope. And just like we have to Awareness Day for autism, April 2nd of annually every year, same goes with other special needs like CP. I think that is celebrated in October. Down syndrome was sometimes last month, in March. And then we have those ones that are visually impaired too. I think that should be in January, Braille's Day. So all this awareness is just to keep encouraging and making people understand all the diversity we have with special need, all the different classes of people living with special need. And then by so, even personally, our own center, which is KF Place, we started a movement to keep encouraging parents so that they keep, because we believe some people still shy and still, maybe because of the stigmatization, like the lady said earlier, they still don't want to be identified with children that have special need. So we go a long way to see that we give special need another face. In fact, like our motto says, putting smiles in hidden faces. Putting smiles in hidden faces, because we believe these children are the ones that are hidden. But there's a better awareness lately because we find people coming out with these children to be taken care of. So we celebrate. I personally, I started a movement on celebrating children with special need, all special need. And I team it, it's at the Superhero Day. So because I I'm passionate about these children. In fact, if you see me with special needs, they call me Mama Yara. So I call them superheroes. I call their parents super mommies. I am a super parents too. I have super teachers, super nannies, and all those things, just to keep encouraging us keep building people's morale. Because honestly, when you look at everything that it involves in taking care of people with special needs, it's only God that can reward everyone doing it. I'm sure Doctor knows, Mr. Charles is aware, and everything that it entails. Because if you have to look into the management alone, like I have said it, and I will keep putting emphasis on the fact that it is not a child's place. It is very expensive. Daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, all year round, and you have to keep taking care of this, especially the ones that cannot even do anything for themselves. So we celebrate Superhero Day every 27th of May, Children's Day. And I would even be very happy if everybody can be part of it too. You can also, organizations can join us, organizations can support and sponsor the program so that we can have more children all over the world, celebrating a Superhero Day for us. It's an annual thing too, and I have this belief that one day it's going to be global too, because a movement just starts like a dream and it keeps growing like that. So the essence of all this is just to make parents, especially mothers, because we are the ones that take care of these children, not to feel bad having a special need with them, to stop hiding these children, bring them out, and nurse them. Most of them, especially the autistic ones that we have been talking about since morning, we've been discussing, some of them are geniuses. Some of them are so talented. They are so gifted that in arts, some of them have photographic memories that just show them something once, and in fact it has stuck. So when you build on this for them, just like Mr. Charles said earlier, build on their strengths, and you will find out that they will conquer the world for you. So we keep encouraging people, we keep encouraging parents, we keep encouraging, like I said, mothers especially. Your child can also make you happy. Your child can also make you proud. You just try and work with all the necessary interventions, all the necessary professionals that are available for you to help your child achieve that milestone.
All right. Many thanks, Aisha. This time is not enough, really. We need to continue to talk about this from what you have said, and I do appreciate, all your insights on the program. Aisha Funsho, a registered behavioral technician and founder of KF Please Center for Special Need in Kano State. Many thanks for being our guest, and of course, looking forward to more engagements with you. Continue to do what you're doing. The world is watching. And yes, Dr.